The secret to keeping your Jeep Gladiator looking good. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. And that's right, the secret to keeping your Jeep Gladiator looking good is to not wash it at all. Now, I am a firm supporter of this because I hate washing my Jeep Gladiator. I hate washing vehicles at all. You know, I have four. We've got the Gladiator, we've got the big giant truck back there, and then in the garage, we've got the Toyota Tacoma and the Jeep Wrangler. Now, I have to say, they're all dirty. And they're dirty for a reason. Again, I don't like washing them. But what do I mean by, if you want to keep your Jeep Gladiator looking good, don't wash it? Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you. But first, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So what am I talking about? Well, this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek video, first of all. So all of the people out there getting ready to jump all over me in the comment section, you go right ahead and do it. It doesn't bother me. Now, let's take a look at the Gladiator. You know, first of all, it depends on what color you have, honestly. This Jeep Gladiator is white. You guys can see that. And a white is the best color for not showing dirt. You would think it would be the other way around. You would think white would be horrible, right? I mean, it's white. White shows everything, but it doesn't. Honestly, black shows everything. Black is a horrible color, except it's the best color because it looks the best when it's clean. So the Jeep Gladiator right now is pretty darn dirty. I mean, if you get up and close, well, first of all, let's back off a little bit. I mean, if you back off and look at the Jeep Gladiator, unless you're really looking at it closely, it looks fairly clean right now. It's not. When we get closer, you can kind of see all of the little marks in the hood. This is all dirt. Kind of adds a little bit of design to it, actually. I mean, there are people out there who wrap their vehicles to get them to look this way. I just leave mine outside. Now, looking at the bumper, and this is probably the exception, it's black, and of course, black is horrible. You can see down here all of the dirt and stuff on the bumper, all of the things on the grill, all of the bug leftovers. And then we have the horrid fender flares. You know, these things with its black plastic is nasty. You know, it doesn't take long for these to get dirty, and they show everything. Here we have a little bit of dirt that's run down the truck. Again, kind of a decoration, right? Moving on to the side, we have the little steps, and they have some dirt on them, you can see here. Not too horrible, and again, when you back off, you really don't see that. Look at the dirt down here. That's probably from things splashing up from the tires that stick out a little bit. The windows don't look too bad. And then the tonneau cover. I love the tonneau cover, but look at how dirty this thing is. I mean, dirt just kind of pools on there, and then when it dries up, it leaves like a wave. It's kind of like a pattern. Maybe a little bit of a camo look. Again, people pay money in the form of wraps to have a look like this. We've got some dirt right here on top of the tailgate. And the tailgate itself, of course, is dirty. I will say that when you add accents, like the green that I have on here, from a distance, it kind of hides the dirt a little bit because your eye is drawn to the accent colors. People seem to pay more attention to that, and you can't see the dirt on them from back here. Doesn't really need to be washed. The bumper, yeah, it's got some dirt in the little diamond pattern here and stuff. The tail lights. And then the wheels, they're a little bit dirty too. You can see where the water might have pooled when the tire was in a different position. And underneath, look at that exhaust pipe. That's pretty dirty. And on down the side of the truck. You get the idea. It's not very clean because I just don't choose to wash it. Now, there's no good reason for that for me. I mean, I live in South Texas, typically, except for the last couple days. It's pretty warm down here. Doesn't take a lot to fill up a bucket and wash it, except the time and the effort to do it. I just don't enjoy it. So what do I really mean? Now, there is a serious point to this, obviously, in that if you want to keep your Jeep Gladiator looking good, don't wash it. And that's because I think most times people do more damage in washing their vehicles than if they just left them alone. You know, if you're not using the right process, like a clean cloth that's not going to scratch your clear coat, you're going to have problems, especially if you drive a darker colored or even black vehicle, like a black Jeep Gladiator. You ever notice all those swirl marks and everything in there, in the paint? It's really the clear coat. You've done that yourself because you're using some kind of a cloth that's gotten dirty, and now it's like sandpaper. You have fine little granules of dirt embedded in that cloth, and you're scratching it around every inch of your Jeep Gladiator. That's not a good look. Again, I would argue that it doesn't look any better that way than my Jeep Gladiator does when I step away from it. Because if you've put a bunch of little swirl marks in the clear coat of your paint, when I get up close, it looks just as bad as it does when it's dirty up close. Now, drying it off. I hate doing that too, and a lot of people don't do that right. They'll wash their vehicles out in the sun, and then they'll let them dry. And of course, you get all kinds of water spots and stuff all over the truck. That doesn't look good either. And again, you can't see them when you're far away. Like looking at the Jeep Gladiator sitting out there right now, it looks pretty clean. But when you get up close and personal and look at them, you can see all those watermarks and things. You know, why have to deal with that? If you just leave it go like it is right now, you won't have those problems. It'll look good. Now, there is one exception to this, and that is the wheels and the tires for that matter. You know, when the wheels and tires get dirty from all of the road stuff, you can see that from a pretty good distance. I mean, when I'm looking at the tires on the Jeep right now from where I'm at, you can see they're not as shiny or as black as they should be. They're a little bit dirty, and of course the wheels themselves, they're a little bit dirty and have dust in them. And then when they sit after they get dirty or get rained on, that water sits there until it dries. And when that happens, it leaves a nice dirt mark, like a little dirt valley looking thing on your wheel. So maybe the key is not to wash the body or anything, but to just leave it alone and take care of the wheels and tires. Because I would argue that if the wheels and tires are clean, that's where people's eyes are going to be drawn to begin with. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to mention with this. You know, everybody talks about going off-roading and four-wheeling and all that stuff, and I get comments on the channel that tell me all the time, hey, you need to get that thing dirty. Get some mud on that thing. Well, I don't have to. I just leave it sit outside in the rain, and it looks like I've been off-roading once I take it on the road and get a little dirt on the sides. Anyway, as I said, the best way to keep your Jeep Gladiator looking good is to do nothing at all with it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you hate washing your Jeep Gladiator as much as I do? I'd be curious to know. Again, if you didn't in the beginning, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my dirty Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive FST, all about full-size trucks. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.